Hey, this is Lynn Graff, founder of Storytelling for Entrepreneurs. As a former electrical engineer, I have always loved numbers. I apply them in every aspect of my daily life, almost like I have a love affair with them, if you will. Because I like quantifying projects like the book I'm writing on, the number of days it took me to write it, timing activities such as unloading the dishwasher takes 2 minutes or less, and seeing them in my daily life. So much so that my dog Fitty G was named after the rapper 50 Cent. Little did I realize how much my affinity for numbers and my quantification of the world around me would have an impact on my storytelling that I coach and teach these days. What's interesting is that most founders don't use numbers when creating and sharing their story. Mainly it's because they haven't thought about using them, they haven't taken the time to know which numbers they could use, or they avoided them because they didn't think they were supposed to use numbers or facts in their stories. What I found is that numbers are an incredibly powerful way to create and tell entrepreneurial stories. That's because they provide a unique and memorable method to set your story apart from others. One way that you do this is by getting the attention of your audience. A single number can add a persuasive element to your story that shows the magnitude of the problem you are solving, demonstrates the impact to the world that you're making, or it captures a distinguishing figure that highlights how something touched your life or someone else's that you might know. Second, numbers are a great way for adding credibility to your professional experience. I had a fitness coach for a client that wanted a way for prospective clients to know the breadth and depth of her knowledge and experience. That's because she wanted a specific type of customer that she wanted to work with, and she wanted to be seen by the industry in a particular way. So we sat down and we figured out the number of years and hours she had dedicated to researching health and fitness, the number of hours she had worked one-on-one with clients to help them achieve their fitness goals, and even how many hours she had spent working on her own health and fitness over the years so that we could put numbers to all those things. Then we incorporated it into her story, and it immediately changed how she was received by her current clients, prospective clients, and even now the industry started seeing her as an expert or someone, a go-to influencer versus just another fitness coach. This helps bring up another key point, that numbers help distinguish founders because they are a great way to highlight impressive points about your life and that speak to your accomplishments. This alone can help illustrate how you are unique in your space and a cut above the rest, if you will, based on the number of years of experience, hours you've dedicated, or just how much time you spent doing what you're doing. Another great reason that numbers are universal. They work for any industry, for any medium, and for every audience. Every single person I've coached that's taken my courses or that I've mentored over the years has used numbers as a part of this story, whether that be professional speakers, artists, restaurant owners, consumer packaged goods folks, and hundreds of other categories and industries that entrepreneurs and founders fall into. Another great reason to use numbers is for impact and for speed. They can be used to shorten and simplify a story, yet at the same time give the story depth and breadth and help set it apart for all the rest. For myself, I use a variety of numbers relative to my engineering, business, and startup experience as well as production. But typically these days I'm focused on entrepreneurial storying. So I'll say things like, I've spent the last 15 years filming 500 entrepreneurs and have produced 800 videos in that time. Or, for the last 2 decades, I've dedicated 20,000 hours to the art, science, and craft of entrepreneurial storytelling to help entrepreneurs learn how to create, tell, and share their story. All this said, it's important to keep in mind that numbers do not necessarily make the story. They are primarily used as a way to enhance the story in some way. The key is you want to make sure that numbers are relevant to your story, they're worthy of being added, and that you use them selectively such that they enhance the story versus cluttering it. So begin rolling up those numbers and start plugging them into your story and watch your story increase in value. Thanks for watching.